Today we're going to be playing One with the Multiverse. Now this card is being played all over the place in these reanimator decks, trying to cheat this in at an early cheap cost. We're not going to be doing that today. We're going to be trying to get it in early the old-fashioned way through ramp mechanics. If you don't know what One with the Multiverse is, it's a very expensive enchantment, but this enchantment is pretty busted because we can play one free spell every single turn, and it has a secondary ability where we can see the top card at all times of our library and play that card as well if we'd like. Now we're going to be getting there through ramp mechanics, like I said, with joint exploration and survey. Both of these obviously provide us extra lands onto the battlefield, getting us some card advantage as well with that exploration. And then the survey drops 2 lands at a time, which can get us to that, multiverse pretty darn quickly. We've also got some big win cons, of course, because we're going to be taking advantage of the free spells. We got to have some big gnarly win cons, things like Portal to Phyrexia and Titan of Industry, of course, things that can just end the game in 1 or 2 turns. Now, there's another card I did want to talk about though really quickly, and that is the World Spell. Now, this is a really cool card because it could technically get the One with the Multiverse in for free as well, because the last Saga part of this says that we can play 2 non-Saga cards onto the battlefield for free. This is another very expensive card we can ramp into, of course, and if we want to play this on lore counters 1 or 2 in the Saga, we can also go ahead and look at the top 7 cards of our deck to find these big spells, these big multiverses, as one might say. But it is a very fun deck, pretty competitive as well. I had a lot of fun with this, and as always, there will be a full deck breakdown at the end of today's video, so stick around for that. In the meantime, down below in the links, there's a full deck list. And if you guys enjoy content just like this, if you wouldn't mind giving the video a like, subscribe, all that good stuff helps out an absolute ton, and I'd greatly appreciate it. With that being said, enjoy the games, guys. We'll see you here at the end. Peace out. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video. Today we're trying out the One with the Multiverse, a very cool enchantment card that allows us to cheat in all of our spells for 0 mana, which is absolutely busted. But of course, it comes with the downside of it being extremely expensive. So we are going to have to ramp into it today, which is why we're running things like joint exploration and the survey. Kicking things off here with a pretty solid hand, by the way. I like this hand a lot. Tashiro is a very good way to start off a game on turn 2, just to kind of keep the life gain going, as well as potentially threatening the opponent's creatures that they want to drop. If they are 1 toughness, they're not going to want to drop those down too soon. Looks like Esper mid-range though, so I would imagine that we're not going to really see much here from the opponent on these first couple of turns. I am going to go with the on-tap source so we can kick the exploration here, and then we'll play the Haven on the kicker cost. That way it comes in tapped. We get that out of the way. All right. Little dragon engine here for the opponent, looking to do some Mishra stuff. I don't necessarily want a portal on top right now. And we'll probably grab, what, green? Yeah, probably green, so we don't have to take damage on this next play. All right, we've got a lot of ramping going on here very fast, very early. So I would imagine we're going to be, to the world spell and in no time and ready to go. This is going to be very fast game for us to get to our big spells, man. There's really nothing like ramping with the joint exploration into a survey. It is pretty busted. The opponent's going to give this flying so it can just get right through, which is totally fine. I could just go Titan of Industry here if I really wanted to, which would blow this up, but I think instead I'm going to go with the world spell, just because we're only at 18 right now. We've got a lot of life to spare, so might as well keep building up the board here. That's tough. You hate to see that. That was what we call a whiff here on the old world spell. That's tough. And Steel Seraph getting to the flying mechanic to the dragon engine again. I would imagine nothing changes here. Yep, they're just trying to dish out as much damage as possible, or not. I thought for sure they'd swing in with the steel as well. What would keep you from not attacking there with that? That seems kind of strange. I don't know. That's a pull. I love it. Let's go. Gonna be able to, you know, steal some of their things from their graveyards. They do get to keep one of these creatures. I am curious which one they keep here, whether it's going to be the patchwork or if it's going to be the steel, but I would imagine both dragon engines are gone because of their ability to come back. Yeah, there it is. And no attacks from us. We're just gonna be running it right into the steel. I can't have that. And then not to mention next turn, like I said, we got a Titan, which is gonna come in for free thanks to the world spell. We've got a lot of really cheap ways to get our spells in. By cheap, I mean free. 5-finger discount style. All right, this goes to... What does it say? Whenever it enters a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, return target artifact. Okay, come on, guy. We'll take this, sure. From your graveyard to your hand. Got it. Yep, you can come into play, and you can come into play. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Let's gain 5 life and destroy an artifact. Let's kill you as well. Don't really feel like messing around too much with that. And then now we can just start gaining life and, you know, running away with the game here. I'm going to keep the Boseiju because it can blow up artifacts, which this is technically an artifact. So things like the Boseiju can blow that up. The opponent better have a sweeper. It's not unlikely they do have a sweeper, but even if they did, it still doesn't help them a ton because we get to Titan back every single time they blow up the board. So it's not really that beneficial to them. Portal to Phyrexia needs to be handled before anything else, that's for sure. All right, engine gone, but they do get a land out of the deal, which is a bummer, I'm not gonna lie. Especially because they have so many multicolored lands that they're trying to, you know, I'm sure they benefit from that pretty heavily. And I'm gonna take you because you can get my Titan of Industry lifelink, which is pretty ridiculous. Let's go. And there's the scoop. Yeah, I was imagining that was probably going to be the case here. All right, very good first game. Love it. All right, that was a great first game. Let's see if we can keep that same sort of pacing going here. Opening hand doesn't look like it's going to do us any good. I'm going to go ahead and mulligan that away. This is much better. I'm actually going to drop a land here. Probably one of these two. Just because I don't want to take too much damage. Let's drop. Well, yeah, let's drop this. That was tough. That was a tough decision there because what if we draw into the Invoke Despair? You know what I mean? But then again, we got the World Tree or the World Spell. So, who knows? Who knows? I got to cut down though early here, so I've got some action early if the opponent wants to play out a creature. I love that. I need to get to this World Spell. We saw how good the World Spell can be for us, man, because it searches, you know, it searches our deck for some really big hitters. Obviously, the first one we hit was a whiff, which was a bummer. It doesn't typically happen, though. We get to go 7 cards deep, so it's very unlikely that we're going to whiff with this card, you know, in most cases. This is a card I wish I would have seen a lot more play with from other people, too. It's just such a really fun card. I would have loved to see what, like, other people sort of could have gotten together with it, but not a lot of people playing this card. When it first came out, we made a deck around it, but haven't seen it since. Oh man, the opponent already off to a roping start. You hate to see it. There we go. They're back. That is 100% going to be a cut down. We cannot let them get the zombie value every turn, so that's got to go. It's about as good of a target as I could have asked for. And okay, that's also pretty good. There we go. I love getting the land there, especially one that's not going to allow us to take some damage on this because we need to preserve our life total the best we can here. This says whenever another creature enters the battlefield, they get to gain 1 life, and whenever a creature dies, I lose 1 life. Something to think about. They did miss a land drop there. That's pretty crazy. This actually might be a really important card. Both of these really well, but I need to make sure I keep hitting lands. Actually, I'm going to keep this on top. And we're going to hope the next card's a land, but if it's not, we still have the survey, so should be fine. Nice, we get the land. I just think Gix's command is a little too good here in this matchup, so definitely going to keep it. Gonna go black because like I said, I think if we get an Invoke Despair, we're gonna want that mana to be able to cast it, so that should be good. Titan's Command is also extremely good here, being able to grab 2 more lands for us potentially if we need it, but right now I think it's just the World Spell and say go. Just go ahead and get all the most busted cards off the top of our deck here. We're gonna want some permanents. There's one. I was gonna say we want some permanents here so the World Spell can play them out. The Portal to Phyrexia is just gonna be, it's gonna be too much. I think the opponent's got 2 turns before their game it pretty much is over, so I would imagine they're going to not hang around too much longer. Bummer. At least it's like, you know, I guess I needed to land here, I guess. Yeah, I mean, we're going Portal to Phyrexia next turn. Let's just go ahead and ramp more. I'm in no rush here. Holy cow, we whiffed completely on the ramping there with the survey. 2 whiffs in a row. That is not typical. I played a lot of games with this deck in Mythic and it was doing really well. I actually didn't whiff at all, so it's very surprising. I hope they play that Adeline out. That'd be kind of nice. No, they don't. And we get a 1 with the multi. Oh man, this is about as busted of a two permanents as you could ever get. Yikes, the opponent is in a lot of trouble now. And we're gonna go with Titania's Command here. We're probably gonna exile their graveyard if I'm being honest. Well, no, there's only 3 cards in there. There's probably not that, you know, that advantageous to it. Let's go with lands and bears. Lands and bears. Another Titania's Command is pretty sweet. 2 more bears and a couple 1/1 counters. That seems good. Love that. All right, now we got a really solid board state here, looking you know, down the barrel of 4 bears that are all massive, and we were gonna steal their creatures. That's GG's. Did we have anything in the graveyard for us to bring back, like a Titan of Industry or anything? That would actually be pretty sweet. Oops. We did not. Still, very good game right there. GG. Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, this deck feels pretty much unbeatable if you can get down the multiverse or even like a world spell, but I do feel like aggro is going to be where we find our issues or problems, you know, in this deck, because we have to survive long enough to get that out, which isn't too difficult because of how fast we ramp. But if we go second against red, I feel like that's where we're really going to have our biggest troubles. Opponent gets to go first. We are going second, hopefully not against red. Oh, no way, no way. I should not have opened my mouth, huh? That is a bummer. All right, well, we do get a Tashiro. That's really helpful, actually. It takes care of, you know, the Phoenix chick for sure, and potentially other threats. We'll see. I need another land that's not a tap source, though, and then we get another land that's tapped. Dang it. Was hoping for the top deck to produce, but it did not. It did not give us what we needed there. And wow, no third land drop. We kind of were banking on that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and kill the Phoenix chick for now. It's the best we got. The opponent could have braid, or no, the braid just only kills artifacts. Never mind. I'm surprised the opponent didn't play anything for 3 mana there on that last turn. A Mishra's Foundry coming down. That's fine. This is like the least aggressive mono red deck I faced in a minute, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, definitely gonna gain some life here. And oh man, we got to play this now. What a bummer. All right, well, we take care of that problem, I guess. But man, we got another huge problem in the fact that we can't find a land. If we do lose this game, I'm actually pretty surprised at how well we even actually pulled, you know, how well we pulled this off against mono red. I thought they'd do a lot better against us, to be honest. This opponent, though, was a bit slow, and then they do things like that where they pull the wrong Mishra's Foundry out. So I'll take that all day. All right, we got a good block now with Tashiro, so they've definitely let me back into this game a little bit, but I still think it's pretty much over. All right, and then I would imagine Mishra's Foundry gonna come down again. So we're looking at 4 damage this turn, going down to 6. It's not the worst thing in the world. Is there any way I can gain life? I guess this could get us lifelink if we find a body of some sort, but not until we get to the Titan of Industry are we gonna actually be able to figure that out. Oh geez. Even though that Titania's Command was a you know, source of life gain potentially for us. It just was too slow. Not able to play it right now. Okay, nothing we can do. This has got to be the move here, and we just got to hope they don't find anything else to burn us with going forward. I don't think there's much we can do other than that. So hopefully we can just get the Titan of Industry down. That's 2, that's 4, that's 5 guaranteed. Are we still alive, really? No shot, we're still alive, right? Nope, there's no shot. Yeah, we gave him way too much time to just hit us in the face. We basically had our hands tied behind our back in the beginning of that game, and we were like, you know, free shots, free shots. Can't do that against mono red. Bummer. All right, yeah, that was about as unfortunate as it gets right there. I called it out too right before it happened, which was even funnier, but that's all good. All right, what do we got in the opening hand here? Not great, but I do get to go first, and back-to-back surveys does kind of win us the game if we don't die. So as long as it's not aggro, we have a pretty strong possibility to make it happen here. Ooh, as I say that, they drop down the ability to discard a card from my hand, which is very bad for us. Very bad. Just kidding, we're fine. Everything is fine. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, guys. Is that the end of their discarding effects, though? I doubt it. Yep, non-land card. That player discards that card, and they get a Power Stone. Oh, wow. They, in my opinion, chose pretty incorrectly there. We know the drill. Prepare for the Invoke Despair, just in case. All right, so the opponent's probably going to have another discarding effect, I would imagine, because why would you not take the Behold the Multi, or the one with the Multiverse here, or the Portal? Those are my 2 win cons. Wow, they really didn't. They really didn't have it. What are you doing, guy? No, that's not cool, man. I really wish they would have played that one out a little bit more. But again, they just chose incorrectly, and I think they realized it. They thought maybe if they take this and I didn't hit a 4th land drop, I was screwed. But even if I had a backup, so if I hit my 4th land drop, I'm still ramping. So I don't quite understand why they made that move the way they did. But Titania's Command was going to take us all the way to the multiverse. So they definitely did not have another discarding effect. So bummer, I guess. That's all we need, guys. We just need a couple of turns to set up, and I'm telling you that one with the multiverse, it's a scary card. You're not coming back from that. No shot. All right, what do we got here? Give me a good hand. Give me a good hand. Joint Exploration. Let's go. We got it, and we got the right colors. Beautiful. The opponent goes first though, but I do have a go for the throat if it gets a little bit crazy. It's not a phenomenal though still if we, you know, run into red here, but we'll see. All right, cool. Not red. Not red, no problem. I think we have a really good matchup, honestly, against the mono black, because it's just a little bit slower. Like I said, it's a bit of a grinder. Obviously there are some versions of mono black though that are very quick, that, you know, utilize the shadow and whatnot. Those are probably pretty scary for us to have to deal with, but in this particular case, we'll be fine. All right, it's nice to have the Haven here because we can use it as the, you know, when we kick the Joint Exploration, to play it as our additional land. That way we don't get punished by the fact that it comes in tapped. Really finding some good success here today with the Joint Exploration though. This is a card I didn't typically, you know, enjoy too much when it came out. I didn't think it was very good. But in this spot it feels pretty good. I don't really need to blow anything up. Yeah, I don't really need to blow this up. It's already at 2, so they're going to draw another card in response too, so that wouldn't be very good. All right, let's go ahead and play this for... We have another green here, so yeah, let's go black. Got our green here. And let's look to hit him with another Joint Exploration, leading into the Titania's Command, which is going to lead us right into that multiverse, so... we do have to worry though about that Invoke Despair though. I'm sure they, you know, they're gonna have it at some point, and they if they do, it does blow up the multiverse, so we got to keep an eye out for that. All right, another green. Do I keep any of these? Probably not. Probably not. All right, Titan of Industry is pretty sweet. Is this any permanent? I cannot remember. Artifact, creature, enchantment. Yeah, so it's pretty much any permanent. So this can actually save my multiverse if it comes down to that. Let's go ahead and search for 2 more lands and probably just go ahead and get the 2 bears. All right, so we've got enough black sources if we draw into that Invoke Despair. So that's not necessarily a priority of mine right now. So let's just go ahead and grab 1 of each here. All right, we've got a Titan of Industry, which is fantastic. I do want to get a portal to Phyrexia though, in case it, the Titan dies, which it definitely could. Soul Shatter is a potential threat too, which could exile it, which would be a bummer. All right, that's 1 invoke down, so I'm actually kind of happy that came through. Glad we got that one through the pipeline. We do need 4 mana for this to work though, to save this if it comes down to it. So we may actually be throwing the one with the multiverse out there as a potential play that could get removed with an invoke, and we might just have to deal with it. We gotta just kind of hope they don't have it, which is a bit unlikely, to be honest. Maybe it's the Titan then. Well, I don't know. The multiverse gets us a free Titan, so I guess we got to play the multiverse here. It's tough. I'm not gonna lie. This is a tough decision for us here. Tashiro, play it for its own 2 mana here. Get rid of that. Play the Titan out for 0. Let's gain 5 life and destroy this. The Celestis just gives them too much card selection going forward. Like if they're struggling to hit whatever specific card they need, getting rid of that's going to be nice. And they do play the Invoke Despair. We were prepared with the Tashiro, so we do get to keep our multiverse, which is very nice. And another Celestis. Okay. And we get another Tashiro. Love that. Love that. All right, let's go ahead and gain 2 life. We get another Behold as well. And let's go Titan here. We'll use this one to cast it for free. We will blow up the artifact again. We don't necessarily need to gain any more life here, so let's go ahead and create a 4/4 out of the deal. And let's use our last free spell here to get 2 more lands. There we go. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. No more Invoke Despair troubles for us. We have so many enchantments to sacrifice to that specific card, so we're fine. We have 35 cards left in the deck. I would imagine not a lot of them being lands. We've thinned it out pretty well, so gonna be pretty much big hitters from here on out. We have 2 Invoke Despairs of our own to use as well, so we'll see what happens here. I need to find a portal though, just to ensure we can keep getting the Titan back over and over again. That's kind of the official win con here for us. That's not good though. That is a card that can sneak up on us and win the game for the opponent here. Definitely don't like that. Okay, let's play this for free. Using this one. Let's draw some cards here. I love that. That blows up the Bank Buster. All right, bummer. Let's blow up the Bank Buster with the counters on it, of course. And then we'll go ahead and we'll cast one of these spells here out of my hand. We'll do the survey, but we'll pay the actual mana for it so we can still have the free spell. Because if we get something really good off the top, like a portal or something, we're gonna want to be able to spend the free mana to cast it. So let's reshuffle the deck by ramping, and we get a good card here. Actually, that's a bit of life gain for us here. We're gonna play it with the multiverse. We're gonna exile their graveyard for some life gain, and then we're also going to put some 1/1 counters onto our creatures. And there's our portal right on top. So just got to make it through this next turn and we'll be all right. Down to 7. All right. And again, we can save something here with the Soaring City if we need to. But yeah, we're fine here. I mean, if they have that same sort of spell, Corrupt, yeah, that's fine. That's all good. Let them get back into the game slightly here. They didn't target it at my face, so that was huge. Gix's Command. Gix's Command is going to be super clutch. We're going to pay the actual mana for it because we have bigger spells we're going to want to cast, because here's what we're going to do. We're going to give 1/1 counters, and we're going to return 2 of my Titans to my hand here. We're going to give this lifelink, bring both my Titans back, and then we can recast the Titans from my hand. Or we could do this too. Play this for 0 with Behold. Or I'm sorry, with the Multiverse. Go straight to level 3. We get 2 more free spells. We'll do that, and then we also get another free spell, and we get a portal. So we were actually going to unload the portal there and both of our Titans at the exact same time. So that I mean, guys, this is absurd. This is just absurd. I love it. That went so well. The ending of that game was crazy. The sort of combinations you could pop off there, like the Gix's Command to get back the Titans in my hand, get the life link. We were going to go to like 29 with our life total, and then he just unload 2 more Titans. We could have just been a troll and gotten 10 more life gain off those 2. Opening hand here, scary. I think I can do it though, because we have the Joint Exploration, which we could cast just for the 2, not necessarily kicking it. Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and cast the Joint Exploration here for the 2, just to ensure that we hit a green source maybe to find for the surveys use. We might actually have to, yeah, we might have to use Go for the Throat here actually. Do we want to go for the Throat, or I guess we can go for the Throat next turn. That doesn't matter. Yeah, we'll take a green source. It's going to hurt us though. I hate that. And the good news is we got a lot of black sources now that we got the Invoke Despair. That's pretty much going to be online. So this is another mono black list here that we have a pretty good matchup against, like I said, but this one is actually gearing towards that aggro side of things, like I said, where it might not be as easy for us as the other ones. All right, we're going straight in for the survey here, taking another damage. And let's please tell me we don't whiff. If this whiffs, that would be so sad. Cool. All right, let's get this and this. All right, so Invoke Despair is now officially online if we want to play it next turn, which I definitely do if there's a good enough board state for us to take advantage of. If it's a Shieldred, I'm going to be pretty bummed out. How much mana do we have? 6, potentially 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we can kill both. Beautiful. This is fine. Yeah, we'll start things off with this. Your Shieldred means nothing here. Your Shieldred is nothing compared to our might. All right, we'll see you later. And we'll get 2 more cards. Another portal, another land. I'll take it. That puts us at 7 lands. Not quite to the portal level just yet. Yeah, a little scary, can't lie. You never know what the opponent's going to pull off here as far as power goes. But no, they're just going to go ahead and discard one of my portals. That's fine. I'll take a card. It's all good. You got to imagine they're pretty scared after seeing this hand, though. Are they really considering the Joint Exploration? It's 1 of 2 cards. You got to choose a portal, right? All right. I was going to say, I almost don't want the opponent to not choose the portal, because that would just be a horrible misplay, and I don't want to win that way. It's not really fun when the opponents do silly things like that. All right, Gix's Command is live. There's nothing in the graveyard I can take advantage of, so I'm just gonna have to play it for making them sacrifice and doing, you know, whatever. I think it's still a fine play to make, because I don't want to be taking 3 damage here. They've got the ability to flash the underdog in for its blitz and deal damage as well, so I'm just trying to keep my life total high here, trying to do what I can. All right, that's being thrown away to the wolves here because we have the portal, so that's gone. I don't even need to pay the ward cost on it. Didn't seem like the wisest decision, but I'll take it. I mean, that's going to be mine too, so that's really nice. It's going to give me the 7 body too. All right, keep the life total high, like I said. Let them draw the card. It is what it is. We get the Flesh Gorger next turn, so I will take it. Thank you. And unfortunately, we hit a land here. We're going to go and pass the turn, pretend that we just drew into something sick. Just pretend like it's actually a good card. Ah, that's pretty good. We get it right back, though. We're going to keep getting it right back, so hopefully they can eventually run out of juice here. That's not good either. All right, we had to have thinned the deck out by now pretty well. So come on, give me something off the top of my deck that's actually a useful card, or just something that makes something happen other than getting me more lands. That's the one thing I don't want. Stop giving me more lands. All right, they're gonna kill their Flesh Gorger again. I'm gonna get it back again. Let's stop playing this little cat and mouse game. We know what's gonna happen here. Come on. You know, it'd be really nice if I can get it back and then I can draw into a Titania's Command, because if I get a Titania's Command, I can exile the rest of their graveyard for some life gain, getting rid of this underdog, which is going to cause me a lot of grief. Because I don't want to steal the underdog. Obviously, I could steal it, would stop them from doing what they're doing, but it would be so unwise not to take the Flesh Gorger here when there's that much life gain potential. Finally, something sweet. It's a cut down. Dang it. All right, that's fine. A little bit of life gain goes a long way. We'll finally show the one card in hand here. We've been bluffing you, my guy. Not that you care. All right. The opponent was going to make us discard, which is why I kind of threw it away too. So, Liliana again. How you doing?
Happy to help.
We just saw you. I just met your sister. She was really nice. Okay, they highlighted the Tashiro. I'm not too sure what that was about, but yeah, I'm gonna play this actually. I need to get it off the top of my deck. There's other things I need to find, so play the cut down is fine here. I was considering not playing it there. I was like, you know what, I'll just take that in hand, but I really would like to see something better off the top of the deck, to be honest. Can they answer a Flesh Gorger again? We'll find out. This time on Dragon Ball Z. All right, this is gonna be good. Just gonna play it for its 2 mana. Perfect. There's some cards for us to play. Let's go World Spell for the 0. Let's pay 0 for that. Let's go 1 Titan of Industry. Now we're playing Magic, guys. Now we're playing Magic. All right, we're back in this game. No problems here. None on our end, at least. No problems on our end. Maybe their end a little bit, but not our end. They good gamed, but I always hate saying good game back because you never know, A, if they're trolling and they actually have answers, or B, if I say good game, if that's, you know, taken the wrong way, because I don't necessarily think it's good game yet. You never know what they have. I mean, an Invoke Despair is pretty annoying, but I do have Tashiro, so it's gonna answer that pretty well. Okay, so they make me sacrifice. See, now that feels bad. I feel like the game should know better. I mean, it's hard to tell, obviously. I'm sure the algorithm is not perfect, but they should have had me sacrifice my highest converted mana costs and give them back their Flesh Gorger as an option to bring back from their graveyard, like the stack, you know what I mean? Like put it on the stack a little bit differently there. But maybe they happen simultaneously. I don't know. I just feel like if there was a stack issue there and that's why they had to do it that way, I feel bad for them, because that could have been pretty sweet for them to get that back. That would have been a really nice little trick that they pulled off there, but we'll take that. How are we still getting lands on the top of our deck? That's actually wild. All right, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Play it for 0. Exile the graveyard. Let's just take the last few lands out of our deck, because I don't want to draw lands ever again, to be honest. All right, we'll take that. All right, and we'll do that. And say go. All right, we got a bunch of threats on the field now. The opponent not going to be able to answer all of these at once, I would imagine. Not to mention, we are going to get a Titan of Industry back next turn. And yeah, that's not going to cut it, unfortunately. We have a 9/7 version of that. Go for the throat. That's a tough card to have in your hand, especially like me, where your opponent's running artifact creatures. Doesn't really work too well against your own Flesh Gorger.
I've always hated crowds.
All right, Shieldred is the only thing left in their hand. Pretty pretty obvious that we got this one in the bag. Like I said, Titan of Industry was coming back next turn, so a very much warranted scoop there. Very good though. I mean, we went down 17 cards left in our deck. We were drawing cards like crazy. Actually, we thinned the deck out like crazy. That's why we were so short on cards. But what another great game. All right, looks like we've got time for maybe one more. We'll see if this one makes it into the video or not, but hopefully it does. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Ooh, opening hand here is kind of bad. Kind of bad, but you know what? I'll keep it anyways. I'll roll the dice on it. We'll see if we can top deck maybe like a joint exploration or a survey. We'll see. Ooh, Tashiro's not bad. It's a good little 2-drop for us. We'll get some life gain going. Slow any sort of pressure that may occur here. Gallic Greeters. Throwing the Gallic Greeters right to the wolves, are we? I think a lot of people don't quite understand the Tashiro and what it does. And so they make mistakes like that a lot, where they just throw something out where it's a pretty good removal for us. All right, we got a good block against that as well. So I'm feeling good here because we're about to enter the territory of Titania's command soon. And that will get us 2 additional lands, bumping us up into the range of like all the really nice things here. So come on, top deck, be good to me. I guess a land would even not be too bad for us here, to be honest. See, that's a little scary. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I thought I didn't have enough. Okay, I'm sorry. I miscounted my mana. That's not that scary, actually. All right, we're going to create the bears, get the lands. Oh, that's why. I forgot about Tashiro. Silly me. Tashiro actually allows us the mana to cast this, so that's on me. I thought I was short 1 mana. Tashiro actually makes it much better. I forgot about that. All right, so where are we at now? 7, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So we could actually go multiverse next turn, right? No, instant sorcery only. Okay. Instant and sorcery only. Well, I still could go multiverse next turn if I want to do world spell and just go immediately to level 3. This is tricky though. There, look at the field that they just produced in that short of time. That's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. All right, what do we do? Land is beautiful. Multiverse, definitely. What to do? Portal here. I mean, portal's good, but they're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, leaving themselves the bigger bodies, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it isn't like it isn't exactly great either. I guess we got to do it though. The earlier we get this down, the better, right? I mean, we're going to be stealing their creatures from them, so making our board state much bigger and badder. So I think this is fine. Let's just hope they don't have any Besejus or anything like that to blow up my artifacts, because that would be a bummer. Let's decline that. No attacks. Teferi is interesting. Do they create the body? Probably, I would imagine. No, they draw the card. Okay.
Another mystery solved.
Another Gallic Readers. Okay. I don't mind taking a bit of damage here, so we're going to decline this. We have the ability to block for 6. That's not enough to kill the Kraken. We'll eat the 7. Not a big deal. We'll get your Jewel Thief, I think, is the best thing for us personally. What a card off the top of the deck. Let's go. Okay, we're going to pay the full for this so we can get a free spell later. Let's take out all the creatures, power 2, right? Yes, and then opponent sacrifices their biggest. All right. That might have been a mistake. I actually should have looked at the board state. I might have been able to get an attack on Teferi there. I wasn't sure, but either way, we got well ahead of the opponent there. I'd like to actually go back and double check that. I should have definitely checked before pulling the trigger. I got so excited when I saw the command that I should have maybe seen whether or not I could have attacked Teferi first. So that was a bit of a bummer on my end, but we had the world spell, Titania's command. Either one of these would have been absolutely free for us. So I think we would have won that pretty cleanly. I was going to exile both of these from their graveyard too with the command, so they were kind of screwed, but GG. That will conclude today's gameplay portion of the video. We are going to break the deck down and talk about it a little bit further. Before I do that though, I wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone who made it this far into the video, because it helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. So I do appreciate you sticking around with me here all the way until the end. I appreciate that support. With that being said, let's take a look at today's deck, man. It is a one with the multiverse deck built around this card here. You know, I mean, I wanted to play this card for quite some time. Did not want to do it in the same fashion as everybody else, of course, trying to reanimate this thing with the, you know, the white mana sorcery speed spell that pulls back an enchantment from the graveyard. It's a very good way to play this card, probably the best way to play this card, but wanted to try something different, so stuck to just some good old-fashioned ramp mechanics, things like joint exploration and the survey to get us there. Now, these are two really good cards, obviously, to get us additional lands onto the battlefield. Joint exploration, though, typically you want to play for its kicker cost for it to be very good, so you're gonna have to wait till turn 3 on this, and then this is turn 4, but it does get us a lot of additional mana onto the battlefield quickly. So being turn 1 and 2 on our way up to these ramp spells, we're going to need to make sure we protect our life total, right? We need to have some removal spells, which is why we threw the 3 cut downs in here, 3 go for the throats, and then a full package of Tashiro. Tashiro I'm becoming a big fan of lately because aggro is everywhere, and this card answers that pretty well because mono red and his soldiers have a lot of 1 toughness creatures that you can kind of pick off each turn that this is down onto the battlefield, and if it doesn't pick anything off, you can just go ahead and gain 2 life, get yourself back and stabilized into the mid to late game, and also it comes down as a 2/3 body. So a ton of value off of the Tashiro. I think it's a very, very good card, especially right now in the current state of the game. So that's our early game, trying to kill everything as you know, best we can while ramping up, and then if we need to, we can sweep the board with things like Gix's Command in the mid-range game. And then here's where things get fun, right? So we have a bunch of really big spells that we wanted to make sure we had in the deck because of the multiverse. So multiverse is going to take advantage of being able to play things for free, so you want to have some really big cards. So here's what we landed on. Invoke Despair, right? A top-notch card to get for free, especially because of its devotion to black. Pretty hard to play in a 3-color deck, but when you've got a multiverse down, very, very easy. Not to mention Titania's Command. Now this is a good one too because it also offers us additional lands if we need them, which helps really you know, a lot in the late game, especially if we need to get to a portal to Phyrexia without having to cheat it in. This is a great way to do it. And then of course the world spell, like we said before, gets us in even more additional free spells because of its ability on Saga 3. And then Titan of Industry and Portal to Phyrexia are going to close out the games because the portal can keep bringing the Titan back over and over again. Typically the opponent's not going to have removal for that portal, and yeah, that is pretty much how the deck is supposed to work in a nutshell. I had a lot of fun, like I said, with this deck. I hope you guys do as well. It's just a nice way to play, you know, one with the multiverse without doing what everyone else is doing, which is kind of what I specialize in trying to do here on the channel, is just, you know, take ideas, spin them on their heads, try to have some fun with them. It may be more janky than the other versions, but hopefully competitive enough to at least get you a couple wins on the ladder. I know I was able to string together quite a few wins with this bad boy. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this one as always. And before we get out of here, again, as always, to the Marty Mob, a huge shout out to them. If you guys don't know, the Marty Mob is the membership program on this channel. I want to give a huge shout out to these people because they help support the channel through their monthly memberships, and I want to make sure that they know how much I appreciate their support. And you know, thanks for helping me out every single month to keep the lights on, as one would say. But yeah, I appreciate you. I really do, and want to make sure you know that. And of course, that will conclude today's video, but we will be back here again tomorrow for another one. What do we got tomorrow? I think it's already recorded. I think we've got some Orzhov tomorrow. Some Orzhov is going to be a lot of fun, and then right into some Rakdos. After that, I'm not sure, but I hope you guys enjoyed those ones. We'll see you guys back here again tomorrow, again for another one. Until next time, peace out.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.